What's going on, fellas? This is Player with a Passport. I'm your host, Shane, and we're going to get right into the video, man. You've seen the topic of the video, and it's true. It's real, and it happened, man. I seen a foreigner get washed up in Bogota. And we're gonna talk about it, man, and we're going to get right into it. So, at this time, I've been going to Bogota for maybe a year and a half, 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, nowhere but Bogota. I just went to Bogota, right? This is before I had started going to Medellin. I did nowhere else but Bogota. I only went to Bogota. There was a club in downtown Bogota. Now, in Bogota, if you know anything about Bogota, man, Bogota is massive, right? It's massive, right? It would swallow Medellin, no problem, you know. But Bogota is also a concrete jungle, right? You're like, all your little trees and all that stuff, you're not getting that in Bogota, right? No, you're getting a lot of concrete down in Bogota, man. So it's definitely known by the locals as the concrete jungle. So this particular day, I think it was probably like a Friday or Saturday. Yeah, it was definitely during the weekend. It was around Christmas, because they had the light shows downtown, this and the third. Now, downtown Bogota can get real sketch, like next level sketch, right? If you don't know where you at down there, if you're out there by yourself, you don't know which street is what, it can get real sketch, and it can get sketch real quick, right? I was with my Venezuelan friend, man. He stays about 30 minutes north of downtown Bogota, and we would frequent this bar down there, right? It's like a club, but it's more like a bar, and we would go there often, right? Now, I never saw Americans or foreigners, like every now and again, right? Every now and again, because a couple streets over, I think like 2 or 3 streets over, you've got some hostels. Excuse me. You got like their version of like graffiti tour, this and the third. But on this side, this is definitely a local side of that area, right? So me and my buddy were down there with some females that we had met. You know, we having some drinks, music, enjoying ourselves. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Now, 2 streets over, there's a bar, right? Now, this bar had a reputation. Their bouncers had a reputation. The security, right? Their bouncers, the security, whatever you want to call them, they had a reputation, right? And their reputation was, they put in work. When it came to the safety and security of that bar, they're gonna handle business. That was their reputation. Within certain circles, you know, it would kind of be like whisper. You would hear about these guys, right? And these were young boys, man, 20, 22, young boys, man. And the other thing about them, they look like models. No bullshit. They look like models, man. They look like they walked out of a GQ magazine, right? Like somebody just chiseled them out of marble. Like that's what they look like. You know what I'm saying? Handsome boys. You know what I'm saying? But they taking care of business, right? They taking care of business. So one night, me and my dude, we down at our spot having some drinks with these females, and things are closing up. You know what I'm saying? And so we're leaving. So as we're leaving, we got to walk past the one spot. So as we getting closer to that spot, you hear arguing, right? We're hearing some arguing. Now, within that arguing, I noticed an American voice, English, clear English, right? So I'm like, damn, what the hell's going on, man? You know, as we get closer, I see this American dude up in one of these bouncer dude's face, like popping off. I'm talking popping off. You know what I'm saying? He really popping, you know? And so the Colombian dude, he's just standing there like, you know, like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally just like, whatever. You know what I mean? And this dude is all up in their face. He popping off, man. He popping off. In the middle of doing all this, he pokes the dude in his chest, right? Boom. Man, it looked like a den of wolves came out of the crowd. It looked like a den of wolves came out of the club. Came out of the crowd, man. And they washed this dude up. Like, I'm talking, they washed him. And this dude, man, has some size. Like, don't get it twisted, right? This dude had some size on him, man. I'm going to say he was about 6'1", 6'2". He had some size on him, right? But see, with these security dudes, man, there was like 5 of them. You know? There's like 5 of them, man. And it looked, when dude poked old boy in the chest, like it was, I can't explain to you how quick it happened. You just had to be there to see it. But it was, I can't even put into words how quick it happened. It was instant. It was boom, and then it was over. You know what I'm saying? So the other dudes, man, they washed this dude up, man, right outside of the club, on the street. I'm talking, man, they working this dude, man. I mean, he didn't have a chance. They just working him, right? It's so bad. It's so bad that the females are out there crying. Okay, they are crying, right? And I'm talking, you know, por favor, please, no, stop. Man, they are working this dude, man. It's like the dude, and he looked better when he was doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looked better, you know? And they washed this dude up, man. It was bad, bro. It was bad, man. And so police end up coming, and you know, they end up, you know, getting this dude up, this, that, and the third. This dude, like, he's done. He's out of it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, get off me, motherfucker. You know, like, his shirt is all stretched off and ripped, and you know, he's socked out. He got blood. Like, they washed him up. Police end up getting him up out of there. Security, they end up doing their thing, you know, just kicking it. You know, for them it's another day at the office, right? But I'm telling you guys this story to tell you this. I see it all the time when I'm overseas, right? You get these people from other countries, these power countries, they come over to Colombia and they want to get on some tough man shit. They've got something to prove, and it's just, they're so extra, right? It's like, hey man, we're on vacation, we're here enjoying ourselves. Even if you're living there as a foreigner, like, hey man, you in the dream. Just sit back, enjoy yourself, man. You in the dream, right? Have some respect for yourself. Have some respect for yourself. Have some respect for where you are. Because remember, you are not in your country. You are not in your country.